Hey everyone, welcome back to Easylish, the show where learning English feels easy, fun, and actually useful in real life.
I'm Tom, and sitting right across from me, as always, is the amazing Mia.
Great to have you with us again. Today's episode is extra exciting because we're diving into something every English learner dreams of: fluency.
Ah, yes, that beautiful word everyone wants to reach. But let's be honest, fluency isn't only about memorizing vocabulary lists or understanding grammar rules.
Exactly. It's about being able to think in English, speak naturally, and feel confident when you use it in your daily life.
And the good news? We're about to share 7 simple habits that can help you become fluent much faster than you might expect.
7 habits. That sounds like a real plan. But let's be real for a moment, Tom. Do habits alone really make someone fluent?
Absolutely. Think of habits like small daily steps, tiny actions that seem insignificant at first. But when you repeat them over and over, they build up, just like puzzle pieces forming a full picture. One day you'll notice, boom, you're speaking smoothly without even trying.
I love that visual. And don't worry, guys. We're not just listing habits today. We'll also give you real examples and practical tips you can start using right away.
And we'll keep things simple and fun, so even if you're a beginner, you'll be able to follow along easily.
So, wherever you are right now, at home, on your commute, or sipping coffee at your favorite cafe, grab your notebook because it's time to start.
Get ready to discover 7 small but powerful habits that can totally transform your English fluency. But before we jump into them, Mia, let's talk about why habits matter so much in the first place.
Great point. A lot of learners think fluency is about cramming grammar rules or memorizing hundreds of words, but that's only part of the picture. True fluency comes from consistency, and that's exactly what habits create.
Habits are those small, consistent actions that slowly rewire your brain. They might look simple, like speaking for 5 minutes a day or learning just 3 new words, but over time, they compound.
Right. Think about this. If you read just one page in English every day, that's 30 pages a month and 365 pages a year. That's an entire book, or even several.
Wow, when you say it like that, it really shows how small actions can turn into massive progress.
The same goes for speaking and listening. Just a few minutes of practice every day can make a world of difference.
Exactly. And here's the secret: when English becomes something you do every day, your brain starts thinking in it automatically. It stops feeling foreign.
You stop translating in your head and words begin to flow naturally. English becomes part of your daily rhythm, just like brushing your teeth or having breakfast.
And that's when improvement starts to feel effortless.
So, in today's episode, we'll walk you through 7 easy to start, highly practical habits that really work.
All right, let's jump right into the first one: speaking English every single day.
Habit number 1: speak English daily.
Sounds simple, right? But you'd be surprised how many learners skip this step.
Totally. So many people study English for years, but barely ever speak it. And that's a huge problem because fluency doesn't come from theory, it comes from practice.
Even 5 or 10 minutes a day of speaking can completely change your confidence level. It helps your brain get used to forming sentences naturally.
My favorite way to start is to talk to myself in English while doing daily things, like describing what I'm cooking or talking through my to do list out loud.
That's a great idea. You can also find a speaking partner online or join English groups on apps and social media. Even a short conversation helps.
And please don't stress about mistakes. They're part of the process. The more you speak, the faster you learn.
Let's do a quick example. Imagine you're ordering coffee.
Okay, I'll start. Hi, I'd like a cup of coffee, please.
Sure. Would you like milk or sugar?
Just milk, thank you.
See, even tiny exchanges like that, practiced daily, train your mouth and brain to respond in English.
So the takeaway here, speak English every day. Make it as natural as checking your messages.
Perfect. Now that we've covered speaking, let's move to the next step, thinking in English.
Habit 2, think in English. This one's huge because most learners struggle with fluency for one simple reason. They translate before they speak.
And that mental translation slows everything down. You might know the words, but by the time you build the sentence, the moment's already gone.
So here's the goal. You want to train your brain to think directly in English.
Right. For instance, when you see a dog, don't let your mind go to your native language first. Just recognize it and think, dog.
Exactly. That tiny shift makes your brain work faster because you're cutting out the translation step entirely.
A simple exercise that helps is narrating your day in English inside your head.
Yeah, like when you're making breakfast, you can think, I'm cutting bread, I'm pouring milk into the cup. Now I'm sitting at the table.
It sounds basic, but it's incredibly powerful. And
You can even say it out loud if you want to combine it with habit 1, speaking every day. That way, you're practicing both thinking and speaking.
yeah, another thing I love to do is practice short, everyday phrases mentally. Like if you're heading to the store, think, I need to buy some fruits. I'll ask the cashier politely.
I love that approach. It's so practical. And here's the cool part. The more you train your brain to think in English, the more naturally you'll start speaking.
You'll find yourself responding automatically without that awkward pause to translate in your head.
So, to wrap this one up, habit 2 is all about training your brain to think in English daily, even if it's just for a few minutes.
Perfect. Now that we've got your mind thinking in English, it's time for habit 3, active listening.
Habit 3, listen actively.
This one is often overlooked, but it's just as essential as speaking.
Absolutely. Listening isn't just about hearing the words, it's about paying attention to how they're said, the pronunciation, the rhythm, the connection between sounds.
Exactly. If you're just letting English play in the background while doing something else, that's passive listening, and honestly, it doesn't help much.
What you need is active listening, where you give your full attention to what's being said.
For example, choose a short podcast or YouTube video in English. Listen carefully, repeat key phrases, or jot down new words you hear.
I actually do this all the time with English TV shows. I pause after a sentence, repeat it out loud, and try to copy the pronunciation and tone exactly.
That's such a great method. And here's another tip, don't stress about understanding every single word. Instead, focus on catching key phrases and main ideas. It makes listening way more enjoyable and less stressful.
Let's do a quick example. Tom, say a sentence, and I'll try to repeat it exactly.
Okay, I'm going to the market to buy some fresh fruits.
I'm going to the market to buy some fresh fruits.
Perfect. That's active listening in action. You're training your ears and your mouth at the same time.
And when you do that regularly, you'll start understanding faster and replying more naturally in real conversations.
So, habit 3 is all about listening actively. Repeat what you hear, notice pronunciation, and give your brain a proper English workout.
Exactly. And now let's move on to habit 4, read and learn new words.
Habit 4, read and learn new vocabulary. This one's a favorite of mine because the more words you know, the easier it becomes to express yourself in English.
Totally. And reading is one of the most natural and effective ways to grow your vocabulary because you're learning words in context, not just memorizing them from a list.
You can start small, maybe short stories, news articles, or even social media posts in English. The trick is to pick content that genuinely interests you, so it doesn't feel like homework.
And don't just read passively. Write down new words and then challenge yourself to use them in sentences. That's how they really stick in your memory.
For example, if you come across the word delicious, try making your own sentence. The pizza I ate yesterday was delicious.
Nice one. Another great technique is grouping words by topic, like food, travel, or daily routines. Your brain remembers better when words are connected by theme.
And if you've got a study buddy or a language partner, you can make it fun by using your new words in short conversations.
Like this: Tom, I tried a new recipe yesterday.
Oh, really? How was it?
It was delicious. You'd love it.
Perfect example. That's exactly how you bring new words to life.
So remember, habit 4 is about reading regularly, learning new vocabulary, and then using it in real situations.
Even learning just a few words every day can lead to huge progress over time.
Exactly. And now it's time for habit 5, practice writing. This one doesn't get enough love, but it's honestly a secret weapon for fluency.
Totally agree. Most learners focus on speaking and listening, but writing is just as powerful. It trains your brain to think clearly, helps you remember new words, and naturally strengthens your grammar.
And you don't have to write long essays or complicated stories. Short, simple things work wonders, like a quick diary entry, a short email, or even a social media post in English.
For example, you can just describe your day. Today, I went to the park. I saw a lot of birds and took some photos. That alone already helps you practice sentence structure and vocabulary.
I love that. And here's a bonus tip: after you write, read it out loud. That way, you're connecting two skills: writing and speaking.
That's right. And whenever you write, try to include new words you've recently learned from reading or listening. Using them actively helps your brain remember and apply them naturally in conversation.
Let's do a quick example. Say you've just learned the words excited and adventure. You can write, I'm very excited about my weekend adventure.
Perfect sentence, and you can even say it out loud afterward or send it to a friend for feedback.
Writing plus speaking equals faster progress.
So, habit 5 is simple. Write something every single day, even just a few sentences. The key is consistency and using your new vocabulary.
Over time, you'll start noticing how much more confident and natural your English becomes, in both writing and speaking.
Exactly. And that brings us to habit 6. Get feedback and correct your mistakes.
Oh, yes, this one is huge. So many learners are afraid of making mistakes. But the truth is, mistakes are gold. They show you exactly where you can improve.
Absolutely. Every error is like a signal pointing you toward progress. When you correct it, your English gets smoother and more natural.
And feedback can come from many places: teachers, friends, language partners, even apps that help with grammar.
For instance, if you say, I go to market yesterday, a friend might correct you, I went to the market yesterday. That small fix helps you internalize the correct tense instantly.
The important thing is not to take corrections personally. Think of them as mini lessons that help you move forward.
Another great exercise is recording yourself speaking. When you listen back, you'll often catch pronunciation or grammar mistakes you didn't notice before.
That's a great one. Or you can even make deliberate mistakes and correct them yourself. Like this: he go to school every day. Wait, no, he goes to school every day.
That's actually fun to do. It trains your brain to recognize patterns and fix errors automatically.
So, habit 6 is all about embracing feedback, learning from your mistakes, and correcting them without fear.
Honestly, this one accelerates your progress more than almost anything else.
Couldn't agree more. And now, let's move to the final one. Habit 7. Stay motivated and track your progress.
The grand finale. Staying motivated is what keeps all the other habits alive. Without it, even the best plan fades away.
Exactly. Learning English is a journey, sometimes fast, sometimes slow. That's why you need little wins to keep going.
A great way to stay motivated is to set small, achievable goals. For example, I'll learn 5 new words today, or I'll speak English for 10 minutes.
And don't forget to celebrate those little victories. Every time you improve, even just a bit, you should feel proud.
Another powerful trick is tracking your progress. Use a notebook, an app, or even a simple calendar. Each day you practice, mark it off.
Over time, those marks become proof of your effort, and that visual progress keeps you motivated.
You can also record yourself speaking once a week. When you listen to your older recordings, you'll hear how much you've grown. It's incredibly motivating.
Exactly. Motivation plus tracking equals consistency. And consistency, that's what leads to fluency.
So, habit 7 is all about staying inspired, setting clear goals, and keeping track of your journey.
Even if you only dedicate a few minutes each day, doing it consistently will completely transform your English over time.
Perfect. And now that we've gone through all 7 habits, let's wrap things up with a quick recap and give our listeners a small practice challenge to put everything into action. All right, Mia, before we wrap up today's episode, let's give our listeners a quick recap of the 7 habits that lead to real English fluency.
Perfect idea. Okay, here we go. Habit 1. Speak English every single day. Even just a few minutes helps your brain get used to forming sentences naturally.
Habit 2. Think in English. Stop translating everything in your head. Start creating thoughts directly in English instead.
Habit 3. Listen actively. Don't just let English play in the background. Focus on what you hear, repeat phrases, and pay attention to pronunciation and rhythm.
Habit 4. Read and learn new words. Grow your vocabulary, and most importantly, use those new words in real sentences so they stick.
Habit 5. Practice writing. Short journal entries, messages, or notes are enough to organize your thoughts and strengthen your grammar and memory.
Habit 6. Get feedback and correct mistakes. Don't be afraid of getting things wrong. Mistakes are your teachers. The faster you face them, the faster you improve.
And finally, habit 7. Stay motivated and track your progress. Set small, clear goals. Celebrate your wins. And keep an eye on how far you've come.
Put all these together, and you've got a powerful system for becoming fluent in English.
And remember, you don't have to start with all 7 right away. Pick 1 or 2, stay consistent, and you'll start noticing changes sooner than you think.
Exactly. Even practicing just one of these habits every day can make a visible difference in just a few weeks.
Now that we've gone through the recap, it's time for a little challenge for our listeners, a way to turn these habits into action.
Yes. Here's your Easylish practice challenge.
Starting today, pick one habit from this episode. Maybe speaking for 5 minutes, thinking in English, or writing a quick diary entry.
Then do it every day for the next 7 days. Keep it simple. Even 5 minutes counts. What matters most is consistency, not the amount of time.
And here's a little bonus tip. Track your progress. Use a notebook, app, or calendar. Mark each day you practice. Seeing those check marks grow is surprisingly motivating.
Absolutely. And if you can, try combining a few habits together. For example, after writing a few sentences, read them out loud to practice speaking, or listen to a short podcast and repeat key phrases.
By the end of the week, you'll notice your English flowing a bit more naturally. That's the magic of daily habits in action.
So, listeners, take the challenge, practice a little every day, and watch your English grow stronger, smoother, and more confident.
And that's a wrap for today's episode, 7 Habits for English Fluency.
We hope you enjoyed this one and that you're ready to start practicing what we talked about.
Just remember, fluency doesn't happen overnight. It's built slowly, habit by habit, moment by moment. So stay patient and keep going.
And don't forget your 7-day challenge. Even small daily steps make a huge difference over time.
Thanks so much for listening to Easylish. If you like this episode, make sure to subscribe so you never miss our future episodes and tips.
And we'd love to hear from you. Share your progress or drop us a comment. Your stories inspire us and other learners too.
All right, everyone, keep practicing, stay motivated, and keep enjoying the journey.
See you in the next episode.
Bye for now, and happy English learning!